question that I heard that I mean, you could probably go on for a while about this. How does intuition and your gut play into your investment decisions and into uh, just into your plans?
To me, it's probably 95% of it. It's a combination between knowledge of the market and intuition. You have to know your market as well, and you have to understand the market where you're at. But intuition is very important because in a spreadsheet, son, you can put there whatever you want. I can make a spreadsheet that can look absolutely wonderful, but it's not real. I think it's your intuition, the way you're going to buy, how you're going to buy, and how you're going to transform the property. That's how you think you really can make it. And I think that's one of my biggest assets, that I have very, very good intuition.
So is your intuition supported by facts, or is it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes, it is by facts because I know the market. I know what rents are. I know what's good property, what's bad. I know how can I transform it. I know how much it's going to cost to transform it. I know what rents we're going to get but not imaginary rents that a lot of people put in their spreadsheets. I'm talking about market current rents of the moment.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I've seen you do. Okay. So when it comes to sort of back to buying quality assets because they're a little safer, how do you justify paying the price points that the market demands sometimes? Because in any market, downturn or upturn, quality assets are always going to be a lot more expensive than B locations or C locations. How do you justify the lower yield on those kinds of investments to buy? Is it just safety, or?
No, it's a lot more than safety. You've lived with me to properties. I'm going to mention them if it's okay with you. But we did an apartment building in Beverly Hills. It was a triplex. If I say the numbers, people that hear this are going to get shocked probably.
Yeah.
But we bought it at market at the time, but it needed a full rehab. We bought it at $1.9 million. Then we did a very extensive rehab, and our cost became around 3.6 after the rehab. And I knew we were going to get much higher rents. And as you know, I won a bet with one of our dear friends and brokers.
Yeah, knowledgeable broker.
Yes, and I won the bet on him that we were going to rent for more, and we did because I do understand quality and I like quality. So when rent control came, we decided to get out of residential, and we sold it for $5 million.
Yeah.
So even though we could never really do our plan, because we were planning to keep it forever for the next generation.
Right.
That was the plan. We still did very well with it.
Right.
So that's what I call safety. You take Carmel, which we traded that for Carmel. We knew the value because even though we were going to get a low return at the beginning, and we knew that, but we are transforming the building as it is. It's going to take us 3 to 4 years to finish the project. We still are in the black. I mean, we are cash flowing. But the building in 4 years, it's probably going to be worth probably 60 to 70% more than what we paid.
Yeah. No, that's incredible.
We knew that from the beginning.
Yeah.
That I had no doubt that that was going to happen. So to me, and this is very personal, it's the patience to buy and to find the right asset. That's where the profit is.
Right.
And that's where the appreciation is going to be. I imagine what we're going to do with the asset, and that's the gut feeling that you're talking about.
Right.
But I know my numbers as well. I know what the market rates are.
Yeah.
I understand all of that. So for me, it's not difficult, and I'm not afraid of pulling the trigger and buying something like that, because I know we're going to do well.
That's actually, I think, one of your unique talents. a lot of people are scared to pay for a little bit more for a quality location and to be able to see the value that you could add. So what you're saying in a way is that with the, let's say, risk adjusted basis, or like if you compare even quality locations, there's still a lot of value that you could create and appreciation that you could find in those assets. They're not, you have to be patient to find them, but the yield could be good. It's not necessarily a low yield, unless it's fully rented for the long.
Well,
distance.
you also get, to my point of view, I'll give you another example where Erewhon is here,
Right.
our property. That property has transformed 4 times,
Yeah,
but it's always cash flow. It always
Yeah.
yielded money. Every time we rehab, we might have a moment in time where it didn't cash flow for whatever reason, but the cash flow has increased exponentially
Right.
while we owned it. And today it's a completely different property than the day I bought it.
yeah,
And it's worth probably 5 times more.
yeah. No, that property, it's incredible how the transformation, when it was a super crown and then Magnolia, and what Erewhon did to it, they made the building super. I mean, that's what good locations do.
Yeah.
You want tenants come, they want to improve it, they want to make it their flagship stores, or they're willing to invest in those neighborhoods. So it's a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, also when we develop some, take the example of Fidelity.
Right.
I probably spend, I'd say, 15% more of the cost of the building, or 20% more, to make a much nicer building and much more functional. That could be very diverse inside, because it could be split
Yeah.
inside very easily. I mean, I planned all that. And because of what we did, we landed a tenant like Fidelity.
Yeah.
And they've been our tenants since they opened, and they're going to stay with us for a long time. They've used the building in some of their commercials. And,
Yeah.
that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And we love them as tenant, and they love us as landlord.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that was created by the combination of the location and the quality of the building.
Come meet us over at signetinvestments.com. There you'll have access to our full podcast and articles archives. Also, if you subscribe there, you'll get new updates sent straight to your inbox. You can also find us across all social media platforms. Our handle is Signet Investing. Thank you, and invest wisely.